Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. This is the completely improvised and unscheduled Day Zero recap. Yes, you heard that right. I acquired a big card on Day Zero even though I did not attend the show today. Trying to make lemonade out of lemons. Unable to attend, will not be defeated. So, here we have it. We're going to right to the big boy. I have acquired a 1952 Topps Jackie Robinson, as well as a 2006 Topps Blackberry Bonds, if you know, you know, and a 2001 Topps Gold Ken Griffey Jr. and an NSCC 8. Here's what I gave up. You can sort of see it in this particular picture because these slabs are not in mine or JT's possession any longer. So you get a glimpse there of the 12 slabs. You can go ahead and freeze frame it. You can pause it if you want. And then tonight we finalize the deal. And to compensate for the Jackie, the Barry, the Griffey, and this week's fine room and board, JT's end of the trade is right here. I'll pan slowly. Many of these cards you recognize. Meat and potatoes of the hobby. And this was a trade a long time coming. That little backstory. It's back in probably mid late April, early May. JT had asked me, what in particular are you targeting at the show this year? And I was like, you know what? I'd like to get a Jackie Robinson, and like every other YouTuber who are making national video recaps, I apologize for the lighting. It is pure crap, but it is what it is. Maybe if I grab the right one might help. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna able to get proper justice on this particular video. When I get home and I do a total recap, I'll give it the proper lighting and stuff. Well, I'll try my best. But this is, yeah, like I said, late April, early May, somewhere in that period, he had asked me that, and I said, you know what, I want what winds up looking like this, but I want a Jackie that's going to match my mantle. A one grade that looks great, in my opinion, meets my, some may say, over analyzing, what's the word I'm looking for, preference when it comes to these type of low grade cards. And I remember the date, it was June 3rd. I got a text message from JT saying, I think I have something you may be interested in. And I asked him, well, what is it? And he sent me the picture of this Jackie. And as soon as I saw it, I agreed with him that this is the one, this is the Jackie I want to have in my collection from 52 Topps. And we started formulating a plan to go ahead and obtain it. It has never been on eBay, right? No, never really made any public appearances like for sale. You know, as far as JT knows and I know. So what wound up happening is I had these Tatums and Lucas. You know, I had them ready to go. I photographed them, and this is the week that the NBA finals are starting. So I figured, you know, I'll just show them off on social media. And, you know, JT said, well, instead of showing them off on social media, these are cards, certain types of cards that you're looking to move, why don't you send them to me? And I said, well, why don't I can add the Durant there in the upper left, a PSA 10 2007 Topps, and a Giannis 2013 Prism PSA 10. So I can add those, and then he can take them to the show that was happening later in the week and try to work out a deal with the seller. So, and another funny bit to the story is that, so JT said, go ahead and overnight them. So the next day, the Tuesday, I went and I overnighted them to him. And, USPS being USPS, it didn't arrive the next day. The overnight that I paid for, the guarantee was not met. So I went the following day. They arrived the Thursday, and he was able to get them. So I went later, I think the week after when it was, and I got my money back for shipping. So that was pretty cool. I got to ship them to JT for free. I think it was $52. So every little bit helps. But anyway, he took them to the show, and lo and behold, the dealer, wasn't really interested in making a trade for these particular cards. But JT, being the awesome human that he is, he had a backup plan even before that happened. And he was set up at that show, so he went ahead and essentially bought them from me for, turned out to be about $1,000 less than the asking price of what the Jackie was. And then he sold probably most of them at the show that particular weekend anyway. So he was right that they were in demand, and it's fortunate that the original seller just wasn't interested. It happens. And this was, that second weekend in June, of this year. And we had come up with some figures between the balance of what was left, the room and board, for splitting the room with JT this week, and everything else involved in that. And I came up with the plan in the 6 weeks waiting period of not being able to tell anybody about actually having this Jackie. Well, not having it, I actually got it today. I have physical ownership. But anyway, I figured, since I'm kind of moving out of football and basketball chromium products, why don't I see if there's something else I could possibly interest JT in? So we came up with some stuff. He passed on some stuff I thought he was going to be interested in. It just happened. And we wound up being these 12 cards in the picture. Like I mentioned, they're not around anymore. And then what is that? 6, 12, 16? Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. So that's 16. So 28 slabs and actually it was for these 3 cards. I stand corrected. It was these 3 cards and the room and board. So, and if you know what this Topps Black is, how difficult those are to find. So incredible. I don't even think we'll see one of these bonds here this week. If we do, I'm going to buy it. So that's my little quick day 0, and we hashed out the end of this tonight, and then headed to the casino and was able to bring home an $85 slot machine victory for putting in 2 $5 bills. Happy about that, so I can go pick up some more slabs tomorrow. And that's the quick little recap. And I had opened the floor up to JT if he wanted to say anything here at the end of the video.
That's a lot of pressure. Well, as I look at this now, this is one of the most rewarding things to me as someone who sells cards full time. When you know that someone's looking for something, and you keep it in the back of your mind. And I get people all the time, hey, look out for this. I'm interested in one of these. seldom does it work out as well as this one did, and so many moving pieces had to fit together to get this to work. And it was hard for me to keep this a secret too, because I was excited for Eric. It wasn't even my card, but I had a lot of excitement in obtaining.
Yeah, because you got to look at it in person.
Well, yeah, I got to. I was the one holding on to it for 7 weeks leading up to this, so that was. But you know, and the faith that he had in me, I know what he's looking for, and I got to go examine this big boy card on my own and make sure that it meets his criteria. And seeing his reaction to seeing it in person today is what makes it. It's one of the most rewarding things. So I'm more than thankful to start off the show this way. It's great to have a lot of slabs already to take home, so I'm not going to walk away empty-handed from this week. I'm sure there will be plenty more to come, but really looking at that Jackie, you know, I'm glad to get it in its forever home. And you never know how these things work out. Sometimes it's just funny. So.
And if you guys are here this week, please come up and say hello. I'll gladly show it to you. It's kind of, I described it as it's like a cherry red Corvette. You can't, the lighting in this old phone is not doing it any justice. It kind of looks, on this video looking at it through my viewfinder here, it kind of looks like a Project 2020 card, but it is, trust me, in person, it is a beautiful card.
You could pass for a Vides.
It does, in this lighting, it does look like a Vides. That's what I've had in mind when I said that. So, all right, thank you again for watching Day Zero Recap. We'll definitely have, I hope to have something planned for tomorrow night.